welcome to this lesson. In this lesson I will present you the color panel, the swatches panel, and one called color guide panel. So we'll open this one here and place it. Okay, so let's begin by drawing a simple shape so we can play it, choosing a color, and see what options we have here. The first one that usually comes when you make something, it's called grayscale. So you can just go here and activate it. But for you, it's most probably by default. This means that everything is between white and what we perceive as black. This is not too black. This is more like pretty black. And this is called, this one is called rich black. So everything is 0. But in order to see rich black, you'll have to go to RGB. Now there is an option in the preferences where you can see the difference between rich black and print black, or you can make them look the same. That version is currently activated, so you won't see anything. But now let's play with the colors. You can see we can swap the fill and color like we did here. So on. We can make none, we can make it black, we can make it white. Those are some default values for quick options. Then we have the option to change the colors. RGB is an additive color mode, so if we add all of them, we get white. CMYK is a subtractive, so if you add them all, we get almost black, but we need the key black as well to get true black. Now, since we played with this, I want to show you this thing. It says in web color. Now in all monitors there was a problem because it couldn't display all the colors shown, so it must have been web safe. That means just the colors that the monitor could have displayed. But since it's no longer the case, you can ignore this option. Now you got the hex value, and each RGB has a hex value. So here we put, let's say, 5. You can see that this changes. You can make it 0, and this changes as well. Okay. Another color mode we can play with is HCB. Stands for hue, saturation, brightness. You may also find it in some places like hue, saturation, and lightness, which is the same. So hue changes the color, S the saturation, and B the brightness. This is a very intuitive way to change colors. Okay, the next one is CMYK, and this is for printing. So if we have 0, that means there is none of them, we get white. But if we add them all, we get a dark gray, and for true black you need key as well. Okay. So I also said that this stands for it's a subtractive color mode. So if you eliminate them all, you get white. And with RGB, you need to add them all to get white. I hope you understand, and that's pretty simple. You can also, of course, go with the eyedropper tool and sample colors. You can make it bigger to make a bigger area. The last one is website RGB, as I was saying, but this will no longer be used. You can invert colors, complement, or create a new swatch, but we'll show you how to do that. Now, here's the swatches panel. As you probably seen me use it already, you just select colors and so on. Now, what we can do, let's make a couple of copies. If you don't remember how, just press Alt and drag your shape around. Let's give them several colors. Maybe you can click here. Okay, this works. Now let's say we want a new folder like this. So we just select them all and drag them. But something else happened. We got something called a pattern if we drag them directly. A pattern is a series of shapes that make the background. So if you apply this, this is what we get. if we resize, we get something bigger. So let's move this so I get show you and see. So everything will be repeated. Don't worry, draw over patterns. For now, let's delete it since this is not what we want. So this time, make sure you click the new fold, new color group. So you can select artwork or select the swatches. So you can select your own here with Shift and click OK after you give it a name. And there you go. You can also delete it quickly or recolor it. But I'll show you that one in the next lesson. Okay, you also got a couple of open Cooler panel if you want. So if you log into Adobe Cooler, you can favorite your colors and you'll have them available here if you're logged in both places. Now if you're using some not very legal versions of Illustrator, you will sometimes not encounter this. So if you want this, don't use any less legal version of Illustrator. Okay, the next one is called the color guide. This is useful for you selecting colors, and for each color you get a different mode. Now here you got a couple of colors combinations. You should look on color theory and such if you want to know more about this. Basically everything is done. I'll go a quick look here. And you have got this color wheel. And in combination, opposing or different lines drawn, you can have good color combinations. And they are usually shown here. So you can select one and you can see shades and such. This is pretty basic. You also got some defaults here. So let's say nature, beach. You can also find them here as well. Okay, and that's it. The last thing, I think I'll go through this lesson as well, since there is still time, is recolor artwork. Now you can see all the colors. You can choose a preset. You can choose to edit. You can see all the colors displayed. You can choose to name, to save a new color group, or go to edit. And here you got a couple of more options. The first one you can see is dragging around. Now, this is pretty simple, but I want to put a gradient here, maybe give it some different color so it looks a little more interesting. And you got now two colors, one for each. Now, let's say if you want to move this, you see that the color changes. It doesn't go this one as well. So if we click cancel and go again, edit, we can click this button and click harmony colors. So this time when you move, everything moves. This is, I hope you understand of what's going on. Now you can also add color tool or remove color tool. You can see here. You can choose the color choosing type, adjust the hue, saturation, brightness, which is usually what you get here by default. You can choose new presets, change how it looks, and so on. You can randomly change color, swap color, delink, and if you go to assign, you get all in one line. Okay, you got the idea, and that's enough for this color. In the next lesson, we'll go over the blend modes, and see you then. Thank you.